Hello, hello, hello. This is Gregory Drake coming to you with MLM21DayChallenge.com. Talking to you about how I cracked the code to making money in my home-based business. One of the things that I've seen, and the reason why I'm doing this video series, I'm seeing a lot of people get on YouTube, seeing a lot of people send me emails, give me calls. A lot of people are coming into the business who have absolutely no clue on what marketing is, how to build a team in network marketing, exactly what it's all about. So the reason why I'm doing these videos is to kind of just help you, show you how I cracked the code. One thing about me, I got online and started working with this, and I'm going to show you the exact strategies I use, starting from nothing, no story, no money, no nothing, and show you exactly what I did, because what you're being shown is so off, and you're probably seeing no success with it. What I want to do is show you how you can start seeing instant success. It's not going to happen like tomorrow, so you're not going to go from zero to like making 20 grand a month, but I'll show you how to get your first person, showing you how to get your first 1,000, your first 10,000, so this way you can start making some real serious money online. So I'm going to walk you through like a couple key principles just in this one video. But before I do that, let me go ahead and introduce myself to you. First off, my name is Gregory Drake. I'm born and raised in this town called Lansing, Michigan. My parents were named George and Ethel. We had, it sounded like I had a great little TV family and everything was perfect, but it was far from perfect. My mom worked for the city, my dad worked for the state, but there were so many months where we have more month left at the end of the money. So because of that, I had to learn how to fend for myself at a young age. So what I started doing when I was 10 years old, I went and I got my own paper route, started making money there, went on from there to selling candy in school, to making meats. And then when I became an adult, I got into the network marketing, home-based business industry. And I will tell you, I fell flat on my face. One of the biggest problems is that I had low self-esteem, and I was under a lot of stress, even to the point where at the age of 20, I had a heart attack. And I just got to the point after going through every lotion, potion, legal membership, travel membership, buying all the stuff from all the infomercials I saw. I was like, okay, I gave up. I said, there's no way people actually make money in this business, until I ran into it and I found a mentor. This is a guy, I found him the exact same way. Maybe you're finding me on YouTube, or maybe you just got one of my one of my emails. But I found him on YouTube, and he broke down for me, Greg, one of the powers actually doing, which to do what we do is telling stories. He says in the home-based business industry, it's my story marketing. And once I began to learn that, I went from 12 years of failure to having days where I make as much as $6,000 working from home. And what I'm just going to do, just break down to you exactly how I do it, so this way you can start doing it, and I'm not going to cost you a dime to find out. So, first things first, let's break down and see what's going on. First off, you probably never got a real good definition of what marketing is, so I always like to give this in every video. This is a definition I got, and I remember when I heard this definition, it really, really blew my mind. It said what marketing is the art and science of empowering, communicating, and developing a relationship with another human being based on what their needs are and not yours. So, start number one, and I have to say this in every video. If you're going and you're trying to get prospects to buy stuff from you because it's going to benefit you, they're not going to care what you're saying. You ever heard that thing that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care? It's exactly it. They're never going to buy from you because of the fact that you want them to buy from you. So you have to get into their world, find out what their needs are, and help them fulfill them. Kind of similar to what I'm doing with you right now. This is marketing. I'm going into your world. What are the problems that you're having? You're not making money in your home-based business. That's what I'm here to help you to do. I'm here to help you do that, and I'm not going to charge you for it. It's free. I'm developing a relationship with you based on what your needs are. Okay. Now, here's the second part of it. What does real marketing do? And this is something that most people never ever get, because they walk around with the form in their hand to join their business and say, here, join my 5 links business, go ahead and join me in Empowered Network and do this and do that. And nobody ever makes any decision, nobody ever does anything. But what real marketing actually does is it gives your prospects the opportunity to convince themselves that they want to enjoy the benefits of your product and service. What a lot of guys do, this is the guys who are sending out, like you've probably seen guys, like Mac, or seeing a guy like, Chuck Marshall. What these guys are doing, just so you know, they're taking massive action. So they're in magazines. I know Mac, for one, I actually contacted the company who actually does postcards for him. He sent over 250,000 postcards just between January and like October. So these guys are taking massive action. So they'll show you these huge checks, and what you're thinking in your mind is, oh my God, I'd love to get checks like that. And they show you all these stories of all the people getting the checks, and what they're doing is they're allowing you in your mind to convince yourself that you want those checks. So you're not joining because of the fact that you think the Empowered Network is the greatest thing in the world. You're joining because of the fact that as you begin to see other people doing and joining, that you're beginning to convince yourself that you want to enjoy that same benefit. So that's why you pay that $25. Now, here's the thing, though. That takes time. People don't buy on average the first time they ever see something. The average consumer, and this is something I learned when I started doing classified advertising when I was working in the mortgage industry, is they told me, like, Greg, when you put your ad up, the average consumer will not even pick up their phone and call you until they have at least seen it 7 times. So if you don't have a drip marketing campaign, if you're not sending emails to them and updating them on what's going on and educating your ideal prospects, via an autoresponder, or a weekly conference call, whatever it is, if you're not dripping on them over the course of a few weeks, sometimes a few months, then a lot of times you're missing the boat and you're never going to get them in your business. They're never going to buy from you. Why? Because until you make at least that 7th contact, you're never going to get them to work with you. You're never going to get them to buy with you. And maybe somebody never told you that, but without that little tidbit of information, you can think that you're doing something wrong because most people don't say yes the first time they see your opportunity and you think you're doing something wrong. It's not true. You have to be able to show it to them at least 7 times, the majority of the time, before they're ever going to say yes. So here's what I want to do. Just gave you a little golden nugget, but I got a free 21-day marketing boot camp that actually goes through all the golden nuggets from start to finish. You can even start making money with the information from the first day. I mean, it's really that specific. So come hang out with me. Like I said, everything is 100% generic. We're not going to ask you to join the program. You're not going to be asked to join, any type of business. The only thing we're going to offer you is what you're going to need to build what you're trying to build. So this has been Gregory Drake. I look forward to your success. God bless, and I'll see you over at the website.